Okay, so in this video I'm gonna show you how to add the countries and the cities, and we're gonna play with some labels and stuff as well, and maybe the rivers as well. In fact, the rivers will be the easiest, so let's just throw those in right now. I'm gonna just take the rivers major, throw that in, and they come in, mine came in default blue actually, which is kind of nice, but to get them to kind of line up to everything else, we're actually going to have to change the color. I want the color to be exactly what the ocean is. So I think what I'll do, I think the best way to figure out exactly what that color is to go back into the land here. I just double click the color, so it would just give me a quick kind of cheating way of seeing what it is here. And it says, if I go to the fill, I said 225, 100, and that's going to be a way I can exactly get what I want with hue, saturation, and value. So I'm going to say OK, and I'm going to double click my rivers, or I can just right click and go to properties. Either way, go to properties, double click, and it's going to bring up my style tab here. And this is a line file, right? This is a shape file, but instead of a polygon, it's lines. And so there's no fill option. I don't know if you can see that, but it's just a simple line. There's only one color I can choose. In the polygons, you can choose the outline color and the fill color. And in this one, you can just choose the line color because it's just a line. And so I want to make it a little thicker. Right now it's 0.26 millimeters. I think I want to make it like, I don't know, let's try 1 millimeter. I say apply. That's too thick. I don't know if you can see, that's kind of gross. 0.5. You just got to try it out and see what you like. That looks a little better to me. So 0.5 is what I chose for my rivers. I'm going to go to my color here, and I think what we had said was 200, 25, 100. I say OK, and if I say apply, it should blend right into the ocean. That looks nice. Okay, I like it. I'm all about it. Let's just keep that, and we've got our rivers. The only thing I was thinking of is this DEM. It could add some nice darkness to the continent and some lightness to the mountains, because I don't know if you remember, I'll shut these off, but the DEM is in general darker where it's lower and lighter when it's higher. So if I blend that with the hill shade, it's going to give me a little bit more definition. The hill shade alone is fine, but it's a little flat. So I'm going to blend them together and add the land. And I think, yeah, I think I kind of like that. So my base map is kind of coming together here. Rivers might be a little thick. I'm just going to be fussy, and this is just me being fussy. But I'm going to make mine 0.4. This is the problem with cartography, is there's never an end to it. You can do it to the end of time and never be satisfied. So I'm going to have my map be of this kind of area right here. So now I want to add the boundaries, and these are the pre-World War II boundaries, and I can just go and drag them in, and I'm hoping at this point you're going to realize, oh yeah, it's going to come in as a default symbology and look really kind of gross. And, well, it's not too bad. It came in with a default, which was green. It just picked a random color and the thin black boundary. In the lab, excuse my voice, in the lab, what I had done was categorize them so they're all different colors, which was kind of nice, but I think I'm going to do something different this time. But I'll go here to properties, or you can double click either way. And to do the categorized version, like I did in class, you go to categorized, and there's a whole bunch of, oh, there's only an FID. That's okay. That'll do the trick. This is a feature ID. It's telling us that each one of these is a different feature. So I can classify that. And there's no names, which is kind of silly. I shouldn't have done that, but it gives them all a unique ID. And so I can say apply, and then I see all the different colors. And if I wanted to, I could make this all transparent, like maybe 80%. And then I get my kind of, you know, my countries. And that's not too bad, but I don't know. I think I don't want to do that. I think I'm going to I'm actually going to just make it all one symbol, single symbol. But I want to make it hollow so that all we see are the country boundaries. I think that's my plan. So I'm going to go simple fill, and the fill style, I'm going to say no brush, right? The outline style, we said no pen one time to get rid of the borders, but the fill style, if I say no brush and I hit apply, we get to see the country boundaries and what's below it, which is I kind of like. I think that's nice. But cartography is subjective, and you should do what feels right to you. The outline width, it's not bad. I think it's just about appropriate. I could make it maybe a little thinner if I wanted to, 0.15 or something like that. Apply. Yeah, just kind of more subtle maybe. Drag in the cities here, and you'll see they just come in as a default set of points, just a green or whatever random color. They just kind of come in, and it's all of the populated places from our data set. And I'm going to put them on top so that the borders don't, I don't know if you saw that, but underneath the borders go over them, but I want them to be the topmost layer, so I put them on top of the borders. And I think I want to categorize them so that we're only seeing, we're only going to see the most populous cities, and then we're only going to label even kind of the most, maybe we only label the capitals or something like that. So we're going to open the attribute table to see what information we have about these cities. If you open the attribute table, you're going to see kind of this table, and if you select any one of those, let's see where that one is. Let's pick a different one here. Oops. If we select one of these, yep, there's one down there, so it came in yellow. Whatever you click, you should be able to see. There's another one, right? And so every one of these records relates to a specific place, or a specific point, rather. So all these records are specific points on the map. So scale and rank, just from knowing this file, if we categorize them by rank, it's going to give us the biggest cities, I think, are 10, and the smallest ones are going to be, I think they're 1. And it has to do with their population. It's the other way around. The zeros are the biggest and the 10s are the smallest, but it has to do with population size and kind of the prominence. So we're gonna use the scale rank column to make them different sizes. So that'll be nice. And then let's go ahead and do that. So kind of clicking around. I hope you're not nauseous yet. I still have one selected, and so I'm going to actually go up here and hit deselect all features. It's just a good habit to deselect features before you do actions and things, so deselect that. Now, open up the properties. You can either double click or right click and hit properties. And that's pretty good. And now I'm going to go to categorized again, my old friend, and I'm going to categorize it by that scale rank, right? So scale rank, classify, and if I say apply, voila, there they all are. They all kind of pop in there. So that's cool. We've got too many cities. I think it's too cluttered. So I'm going to actually just shut off all of the bottom ones up to maybe 4, and let's see what that does. So I'm going to say apply. Yep, a bunch of them disappeared, which is kind of nice. That's pretty good. So now I'm actually going to let's make these bottom 2 classes really small black dots, and then a bigger black dot, and then maybe a star or something for the capitals, or for the biggest cities, that is. So I can double click this symbol and make it black. So I just put the value down to 0. Okay. And I'm going to make this, let's say 0.75, and let's see what that does. apply. Yep, they all came in as little black dots. It's a little too small. I'll make them 0.1 or just 1. Make them 1 here. So we say OK, apply. That's pretty good. I like that. And the labels will bring them out a little bit. And I'm going to do the same with this one. Double click. Black. OK. 1. OK. Apply. So we're making them all kind of one level here. Let's make this one 1.5. Color black. OK. 1.5. OK. Apply. It's kind of nice. Get a little bit of hierarchy there. And let's see. This one, we'll keep this one at 2. Make it black. OK. I'm just going to stay 2. OK. Apply. I didn't even really see many of them change. 1 or 2 out there somewhere. And then this one is these are the biggest, so let's make this a black star. I'm going to double click, and then my simple marker, if I go click simple marker and then go down here, I can find a bunch of different symbols, and I'm going to choose the star because I think it's kind of cool, and it's a little small, so I'm actually going to make it, let's make it 3, yeah, that's good. And the fill is pink, but I think maybe we'll make it red. I'll just see what that looks like. Okay, apply. And Paris and London and Rome, I guess. These are world cities maybe or something. I'm not sure exactly why those are the ones that have the highest scale. I mean, maybe they're the most populous or something. So that's okay. I still feel like maybe I've got too many points, so maybe I'll shut off this number 4, hit apply. Yeah, just thin it out a little bit more. That's pretty good. So I like this, and now I'm going to go and label everything. So I go to my labels here, and all I have to do pretty much is go show labels for this layer, right? It says no labels by default. Show labels for this layer, and I have to tell it what I want to label. I could label them by population. That'd be kind of weird, but I'm going to do the very conventional thing and label them by name. So I hit name, and let's just see what happens when I say apply. They all pop in with some labels, which is kind of nice. So I don't like the placement. It's a little too close, right? You can see how it's like cramping the point. So the easiest way to deal with that is I think we can just increase the distance and see what that does. Apply. Moved it a little bit and increase the distance. Apply. And that's a little bit better. And I want to export my map. And I kind of want it to be a little bit closer, but not too much closer. How about like, I just got the zoom tool. I don't know if you saw that. There we go. Yeah, I like that. This is my map. So I'm done, and what I can do is I can go up to project, and I should probably save my project to begin with, and this is going to give me that .qgis, right? This is my project file, and I'm going to say base map. And I'm putting it right on my desktop here. I could put it in my data folder, but I'll put it right on my desktop. Save. Mess around, see what you can do. When you're ready, go to project, and instead of save, we're going to say save as image. And then on the desktop, we'll just say map underscore and then your last name or something like that. So this is meters first map, and it's going to be a PNG is totally fine. So I save that. And here's my map meter, and that's my map. So if you guys can get to there, that's awesome. If not, I'm around. I'll be around actually all weekend, so you can just send me an email if you need some help. But Monday would be awesome if you can work that out. So if you can get to here, that's great. Good luck.